Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about some research that I've done looking at software maintenance and support data. The motivation for this is, as I mentioned earlier, we do cost estimating models, and my job is to work with the team of people that build these cost estimating models in an area where we feel like we could gain insight and improve our models was in the area of software maintenance and support. So pursuant to this, I did a study of the International Software Benchmark Standards Group, ISSG, maintenance and support data. And I'm here to talk about what I learned from that, what I didn't learn from that, where it added value to me, where I think it might add value to people in the cost estimating community to help them with some rules of thumb, observations, and such. I talked a little bit about price. This is our standard slide that we put up to talk about what price cost analytics is. It's not just a cost estimating tool. There's tools that allow us to analyze data through findings, create cost models, TruePlanner, map the results of those cost models to whatever work breakdown structure, product breakdown structure is necessary for estimators to communicate with the consumers of their estimates, and our products interface with lots of other tools. Today, I'm going to talk about software sustainment, software maintenance. I'm going to start with an introduction. Why did we do this? Why do we use the ISSG data, and why do we think it's valuable data for this kind of analysis? We'll talk about the data collection and analysis process, and then we'll talk through the study. What were our objectives? What were we trying to learn? And we weren't just trying to find a better way to model costs. We were also trying to find ways to help the cost estimating community better understand what things might be drivers of software maintenance cost and software support cost. So we'll talk about the objectives. We'll talk about what did we do to collect and prepare the data? What tools did we use? Discuss some modeling. We did do some regression analysis against the data to learn more about what is and isn't a cost driver, and talk about the ways that we might deploy the solutions or the findings of this study. So obviously, software sustainment has become increasingly important part of the operation of complex systems. Lots of reasons why this is. Software is more malleable than hardware. You find a problem in a tank, you have to bring all the tanks back in and fix them. You find a problem in software, you fix the problem, and you can deploy that solution to all of the platforms that host that software. Many software projects have greatly exceeded their originally expected lifetime, making maintenance, updating, support much more important. And also, changes sometimes need to be made to software as the hardware evolves or as the software technology evolves. And as I mentioned, software is easier to deploy than hardware. So sometimes if there's a problem with the tank, rather than bringing in all the tanks and fixing them, or aircraft or whatever, we find software solutions to work around the hardware problems. And lots of studies have been done over time on the estimation of software sustainment costs, but I have not found many that were based on publicly available data. And I find in talking to my customers that there's a lot of reassurance to the consumers of a study when they can actually see the data behind that study, when they can actually touch and feel. So this study, we present lessons learned from the ISSG database, and while it's not, it is publicly available, although it is, ISSG is a not-for-profit organization. They do charge for access to their data, but their data is anonymously, i.e. the contributors of data are not identified, but they are vetted. So I'll talk more about ISSG in a minute, but we chose ISSG because the data, while it is not available for free, it is available to anybody who wants to review the data and review the data in the context of this study. So software sustainment, there's many definitions. It involves orchestrating the processes, practices, technical resources, information and workforce competencies for systems and software engineering, enabling systems to continue mission operations and to be enhanced to meet evolving threats or evolving capability needs. That was the SEI, Software Engineering Institute. The IEEE, a little more succinct, it's the process of modifying a software system after delivery to fix things that are wrong, to improve performance and adapt to changes in environment and requirements. That's the IEEE. And then basically, software sustainment is considered to be whatever activities are associated with the software application after it's first released to the public. For the purposes of this study, software sustainment will encompass activities outlined in the ISSG attributes associated with effort collection. So there's adaptive maintenance, so maintenance to adapt to new environments, corrective maintenance, maintenance to fix bugs, perfective, to make it better, and preventive, to address technical debt. And then there's the management of those activities. From a support perspective, there's problem investigation, there's quick service support, user help and advice, and then the management of those activities. So for the purposes of this study, we are working on the maintenance and support categories as defined by the ISSG. So a little bit more about the ISSG. It's a not-for-profit. It was founded in 1997 in Australia. And the mission of the ISSG is to help the IT industry improve software processes and practices. The data is validated and rated in accordance with the ISSG's quality guidelines. So they got rules. And as I said, the data is anonymous, but each data point that they collect from software developers around the world is assigned an ID number, and the ISSG's representative knows what company that ID number is associated with, and they will follow up with contributors of data to assess the quality, to make an assessment of where there are inconsistencies in the data, where there are things that red flags in the data. They'll go back and talk to the contributor and determine, based on the conversations and based on the inconsistencies that they see, they'll give each data point a quality level. It represents the IT industry. They are beholden to no one, so they're independent and trusted. They reach out to many organizations. Most of the organizations they reach out to are commercial, or that they get data from are commercial organizations. They have some data that represents government projects, but most of it is other industries, more commercial industries, not necessarily government or government contractors. Data is stored anonymously. In August 2020, the version 7.
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year. But if you use the coupon code LEARN to earn, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.